God used prayer to connect Cornelius and Peter. What if Peter would have said, hey, I'm not praying today. I'm too hungry. I'm too busy. What would have happened? Probably nothing. As I'm preparing this message this week, as I'm on this point right here of how God connects people in prayer, I'd had a busy week, and I kept trying to get to my message to finish it, and I kept getting interrupted all week long. And so finally, I think it was maybe on Wednesday or Thursday, I told the guys that were here at the church at that time, I said, listen, guys, I'm going into my office. I'm pulling my blind down. I'm locking my door. I just got to shut myself off from the world. I got to be with God. I got to finish this message. And I'm telling you, I'm working, and maybe 30 minutes goes by, and I'm on this point right here, and there's a knock at my door. And I'm thinking, seriously? I told those guys, leave me alone. I'm alone with God. Can't you see? But it was Mike, and I knew Mike wouldn't interrupt me if it wasn't important. He says, Dave, he says, there's somebody here to see you. And so a guy comes around the corner. I didn't know him from anybody. And usually when someone stops in the church during the week and I don't know them, they want money. That's what they're looking for. So I thought, oh, here we go. And I wish they would just be honest with you. But a lot of times they got to make up these crazy stories. You know, like, I was abducted from aliens again this week, and he sold my electric bill money. Can you pay? You know, just be honest with me, all right? But anyway, this guy just began. I just said, hey, how you doing? And all of a sudden he just began to weep. And I knew this wasn't just another guy wanting money. And I said, come in. I brought him into my office. He sat down on the couch, and I said, man, what's going on? He said, my wife left me. He said, I've been driving since Hagerstown. I've just been looking for somebody to pray with me. He's driving 2 hours. All he wanted was somebody. I thought he wanted, a lot of times people want to open up and they want to talk and they want to tell you their life story. No, he didn't want, all he wanted was somebody to pray. And I'm sitting here thinking, Lord, how many churches did he pass between here and Hagerstown? How many people did he go by and saying, you know, I just want somebody to pray with me? And he didn't find any until he got here to Deep Creek Lake and he came off this road. And there I'm preparing a message about how God connects people in prayer.
The question is, and I need you to ask yourself this, do I care enough about the lost people I know to try to win them to Christ? This question is important because God's number one priority is to save souls, to reach the lost, to redeem sinners, one at a time, as many as possible. He's willing that none should perish. In Luke chapter 15, in the parable of the lost sheep, Jesus teaches in verse 4, if a man has 100 sheep and one of them gets lost, what will he do? Won't he leave the 99 others in the wilderness to go and search for the one that he lost until he finds it? We know John 3:16 tells us that God so loved the world that he gave his only son so that sinners who believed on him would not perish, but have eternal life. Luke 19:10 reminds us that Jesus, the Son of Man, came for this purpose, to seek and to save the lost. One of the most popular quotes from renowned English evangelist Leonard Ravenhill is this: the church used to be a lifeboat rescuing the perishing, but it is becoming a cruise boat recruiting the promising. He believed, as do I, and as we all should, that God's great priority is not to comfort the church, but to save the lost.